everybody. Welcome back to a Living Letter podcast. If you're joining us for the first time, I am your host, Nsobo Comfort. And thank you so much for tuning in today. Today it's something different. It's nice. Today, for those that you don't know, in my past life, I was on a journey of becoming a poet. I don't know if I've ever arrived, but I did start with poetry and I loved it so much. And I loved poetry that especially reverenced God some way, somehow in it. So this week I thought, you know what? Why don't I write again? And I was inspired to write from the story in the Bible of the woman at the well that met Jesus. So, you know what? Let me not even talk a lot about this poem. You will get it as you listen. So, yeah. Happy listening. Let me know what you think. And here we go. The drink that love gave. You grow up watching lovers' tales. You trace the trails of lover stories in movies and books and in bedtime stories. How can you not fall in love with love? You become of age and notice that there are lovers all around you, a possibility not so far-fetched. Some couples display a version of the romantic flames you watched, and some couples water down the fire. And you wonder how your love story will go. So with the lovers and the suitors that be, you give one lover a chance as equally as you give yourself. So the lover asks you out on a walk. Beaming with possibilities you've heard of and read of, you put on your best shoes. This walk might be a path to a happy ever after. So the lover stretches out his hand and you have and hold it. Sparks fly in your stomach and you're thinking, this must be the butterflies they speak of. So you journey on with the lover. You have long conversations about the leaves and the trees and all that passes by. Oh, how time flies. The lover packed a bottle of water to which he casually gives you to drink. You do. You ask the lover for the destination and he says, enjoy the walk. So you do. You trust the lover. He would not hold your hand and take you on a walk with no destination. He's your lover. So you journey on. Soon, the great conversation does not compare to the ache on your feet. You are thirsty again. But the water the lover packed has run out. And so has time, and so has the walk itself. So the lover lets go of your hand and says, it's time to return you home. And the passions that once burned cannot even light the path back. So the lover leaves. You are stranded and thirsty, and you find your way back home. Surely this must be an error. This is not how your love story ends. This will not be a tale that ends without happy next to ending. So you believe again in the lovers and the suitors that be. One of these misters will be right. So another lover comes by and asks you for a drive. This is different, you hope inside. Though the path is similar, you've gone a bit further now, so you hold on to the lover's hand. The lover offers you a drink. It's stronger this time. It does more than quenches. It dulls the thoughts and the pains of yesterday. This is the same as healing, right? You ask the lover for the destination and the lover says to enjoy the ride. So you do. When the going gets tiring and the drinks run out, this lover does not leave your hand this time. This lover says, let's stop here for the night. Though you were hoping to only stop when you arrive at the destination, hoping to have reached the destination before dark, to have had people rejoicing and welcoming you as you got in, you oblige. You follow the lover to rest for the night. Perhaps you haven't arrived at the destination. Morning comes. Excited for the journey ahead of you, you pack up to go and continue the ride, only to find that the lover has gone. You are thirsty and hallucinating. Your senses come back briefly and you realize this was the fifth lover to disappear. And you got tired of asking for destinations, so you learned to enjoy the rides. Only that this lover left you with a date that night to remember him by. Seems like there is only endings to these tales, but happy runs further and further away. And the lovers who always give you water leaves you more thirsty and panting. There is no knight in shining armor. There is no prince that is charming for you. No, not for you. So you forget about the tales and set out to get your own water, a bucket full, at the well. Oh, but it seems like there is another lover waiting for you at the well. But instead of offering you water, he first asks you for the water. He looks into your eyes as if he has need of you, like he has been waiting for you. He feels different, but then you also remember that it all felt different the first time around. So you work up your guard again and remembered how you promised yourself that they will never find you needy. They will never find you thirsty. So you boldly ask him, why? He says he will offer you water before he takes you on a journey. That's new. They never offer you water before the journey. And on the journey, you will not thirst, for he is the water himself. The destination is eternity, and there will be no stops until you arrive. You didn't ask, he told you of the destination. Who is this lover? He says, I will work with you in the journey. I will be your peace and I will give you joy. This is not just a walk or a drive of horses and chariot. This journey is covenant. I will show you of the end before we begin, and I will still walk with you in the journey. I am not one of the lovers, he says. The 5 lovers you had and lived with that you do not actually have. I am love. And for the first time you were still. I guess he has that effect on you. You are still enough to look into his eyes and you see hope. The hope you once had of a journey you will one day take with the one who loves you most. You realize he's right. He is more than the prophets who speak of words to come. He is word himself. He is not the lovers. He is love. The lovers you had spoke of promises in the air, not realizing that the wind will soon blow. Nothing was set in stone. This stone that has become the cornerstone that aligns the broken walls of your heart. You all of a sudden realize that the lovers left and lied because they did not know the way and the truth that now stands before you. It was never a happy next to ending that which you were looking for. It was love. This love that quenches your thirst and sets you free. So you drop the bucket you thought could fill you up and you run after whomever and whoever has ears to hear, especially the ones that knew your story well, the ones that seen you thirsty. So they will see the difference. You are now finally going on a love journey, and this time you do not look thirsty. Before they even ask you, tell them it's because of the drink that love gave. Love quenched my thirst, the drink that love gave.